Hello there, fellow followers of Liara. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Odyssey, the Pilgrim ship. Episode 39. Badgers badgered silent to silence. Hold up. I don't want you to mess with that until we're ready to leave. Shoot. So that it doesn't get stupid hot in here, I'm removing the walls. Otherwise, it's gonna get a little too spicy. Colonist needs rescue. Oh, they got in. I don't know how. Oh, now I know how. A failure of zoning. Well then. I'm gonna blame ink on that one, though. This will be interesting. Alright, so how are we doing in here? Fire's been... yeah, okay, that's fine. Well, you're about to witness what screer rot looks like. So that's fun. You go stand near the turrets. Okay, they woke up. And immediately got set on fire, that's funny. Excuse you, Bara. Oh, no you didn't. Enjoy the outside. Strike team. Revenge time. Alright, other map tile. This is a big old mess. Should have closed that door. What I should have done is I should have double checked the zoning. But, you know, a bit late for that. Turrets that are damaged will get turned off. And Air Dog, you pop your head. Where is the active... okay, the active power is just below. Got it. There we go. Moron. Well, thank you for the recon armor. Strip. So we're gonna have, like, hella infections. But the door's closed now. There we go. So I'm hopping around to drop as a valid target. Air Dog can go through the bedroom at some point. Meg, your head's not looking so good. What I'm really doing here is I'm just like tanking so that the mini turrets can handle the rest. Doing a quick health check of the mini turrets. I think they're fine. And then these autocannon turrets are fine. Well, that one's not. Let's turn that one off. Bar, are you someone I would want? No, I don't. Alright, Liara, let's have you do the honors. Tornal, you continue hacking. It is getting stupidly hot here, so... kill. Off. Oh, an infestation. Where? On the other map tile? Yes. Okay. I guess. Alright, the problem with this is... Okay, everyone that was, the badgers inside are now dead. Or dying. They've been all taken care of. Some of the main mini turrets are getting overwhelmed. But not all of them, so I'll shut down the ones that need... Air Dog's gonna get stuck out here. He actually doesn't have any... He only has bruises and cracks, which I'm not entirely sure end up with scurry rot. I'm gonna say everyone vac safe. And then... The problem that I have is I think all the doctors are off map tile. So like Stochastic... yeah, Stochastic is probably the only, like... we'll need to leave this map tile quickly. Because, like, we're just... Oh god, that is so hot. Because things are getting nasty spicy. So in terms of bleed timers, Mag is rough, Ink is rough, Arm is the worst shape. And there is blood everywhere. Lovely. Alright, you guys wanted to be my choice for the next top. Copy that. Let's go pick up the gold. Alright, quest completed. I'm not even gonna bother with the gold. Let's just leave. So there's really nothing else here. We'll get in the shuttle, and that means our doctors are returning home. So this does leave, hermetic crates unsearched. That doesn't sit right with me. So maybe I will continue searching. Let's try to not have these turrets go boom. What's silence? 4 hours? Okay, so we'll need to switch to silent after this next tend. I still want to mess with the mechs. I want to get that loot, so I'm going to stick around. Multitasking. Oh, you're out of shells. Alright, Air Dog. This is going to be a little suck for you, but... What's with the line of sight? Lure the badgers out of the box so that they stop breaking the turrets. Thank you. Alright, RM. Let's try to self-tend. I don't have a lot of faith you'll be able to do it, but, you know, you never know. So Air Dog's out here, trying to lure the badgers out so they don't break anything, because I don't want to have to replace it. But as long as the turrets aren't active and on, they're not really valid targets, so they should be left alone. Okay, we have a cut scar on an eye. Bionics can fix that. This area has been made safe. Like, micromanaging multiple things at once is brutal. Alright, Air Dog, just go back inside the ship. You can help patch people up. So let's go get this hermetic crate's worth of stuff, and then try to sneak in to get the mech stuff. And then Air Dog, you are going to be inside, and you'll be fine. Drinks on you again? Hell yeah. So Air Dog, go tend Ink. RM 6 hours, Silence 2 hours. Silent might not make it. Because he doesn't have like one big bleed, he has multiple small bleeds, and they're a lot harder to control. I mean, we'll see. Alright, break fire. Let's get rid of the insect hive. One way to do it. And out of this was uranium. Alright, not all that special. Alright, he's in a daze. So, chances that Silent lives are even lower now. And he is gonna daze his way out of the ship and become badger food. True genius. Alright, Mech's waking up. He's no longer in a psychotic state, because he's unconscious. Cool. Let's try to fight the fire and then leave. Air Dog, how are you doing to Silent? No, I want to collect Silent. 1 hour? Yeah, I doubt. We'll see, though. Do I have water skip? I do not. He's still rescuable, especially if the away team lands their shuttle outside the ship and shoots the hostiles, right? So I wouldn't say it's impossible to rescue him. It's just Liara doesn't care about other people all that much, so she's more concerned with the loot. Which has been ridiculously hard to obtain. And it's more uranium. Okay, screw that. We're out of here. I like how he's crawling, but like, that's... I guess that's a better direction to crawl, so you don't open the door for all the badgers, but it's pretty silly. Launch. Home, and there we go. Silent has died. Okay. Mag has big bleeds. Let's keep Mag from dying. And Silent will be buried there. Alright, there's not too many badgers left. And Liara could definitely just skip Stochastic to safety. Taking a look. Ink is gonna need help. I'm gonna do Mag first, then Ink. Arm's gonna... Oh, you know, Arm... Liara and crew, get in here. Tornal, you're actually in a relatively okay mood. It'd be... Okay, he's downed. 5 hours, got it. Looks like we're saving Arum. Ink's been patched up. Stochastic is out. And he's next save. Arum is brink of death. Liara took a lunch break because, you know, she can't be rushed. Make sure everyone's on vac safe. Alright, he's no longer bleeding. And Stochastic will likely survive. Skipping him in. With the Badgers none the wiser. I mean, they might nibble the door a little bit, but that's not a big deal. Okay. Well, moves are not great, but we're alive. Most of us. I like how we just left Aram there. It's like, oh, you're alive, you're fine. Okay, we are starting to get scurry rot infections. So, it's a bacterium as a result of scurry, and it drives the host into a berserk rage if untended. So it's going to be necessary to tend that stuff. And I'm sure it won't only be him. It's also definitely going to be anyone that really got bit a lot by the Badgers. Most of the other Badgers are like bleeding to death, though. So I think the ones that are outside are more or less dealt with. Well, I like the new carpet. It's very on point for Liara. Yeah, pretty much all the Badgers except for this one are dead. And this one's gonna die of, like, rot stink. Okay, Psychotic Break for Breakfire, which is a bit of a problem because he could go somewhere dumb. And another Scurria for Mag. The dead animals are going to need to be dumped outside because the lung rot risk is going to be significant if not. So who can I rely upon right now? I'm going to try to fatally wound this last one here. So we can move about outside without much issue. There we go. Cool. Unrestrict. No, there's still a mad one out here. Alright, and as far as work priorities, yeah, bed rest is top priority. That is exactly correct. So now it's just a matter of tending to outpace the scurry rot infections. And making sure that the lung rot is also not a problem. So the other thing that I think scurry rot can do is it can cause organ failure. So we'll keep an eye on that as well. Nowhere to store it. Dumping stockpile for corpses that are... Oh, whoops. There we go. So let's start hauling the dead Badgers that are nasty outside to clear the inside of our ship of lung rot risk. And then we'll do the same for the ones outside. And we have a lot of rearm repair. For the rearm, it's probably going to be a lot of steel. And then the repair is just, you know... Actually, let's hold off on that right now. Ambrosia binge. Alright, enjoy. One of the other things we can do is super high priority clean for the inside of the ship so that it is prettier and therefore causing less of a mental break risk as a result of the ugliness. Little word for Breakfire getting lung rot wandering around out there. So, high priority haul first, and then clean. Must smell horrid in there? Yes. And we'll also want to move the passenger shuttle at some point. Probably now. So, Tornal, could you hop in it? Tornal's a pilot. Because if we have to emergency leave, I don't want to leave the shuttle behind. That would be awful. There we go. Health checks. Immunity is okay. Immunity is okay. But tending now. And immunity is okay, but needs tending. Oh, he got up. Oh, what a mess. So turrets are getting rearmed, which was apparently the auto haul. So I think what I'm going to do is forbid the turrets so that we haul the corpses away, because I think the corpses pose more of a risk than the empty turrets. And of course you find a way to not do that. Moving chem fuel into the passenger shuttle. There we go. Alright, now we're hauling the corpses out. And, I didn't room, that's fine. Although, a little... well, your immunity's alright. So of all the injuries that we got, I think it's just bionic eye needed. So I'm gonna reduce the bionic legs to 1. I know 1's in progress, and queue up a bionic eye. It looks like we still need to make a pilot assistant for Tornal as well. We'll be busy. All because I had a tiny zoning issue with the front of the ship. That's just brutal. Do bloodlusts get a move buff covered in blood? No, they don't. They do, however, like to wear human skin, which is a weird thing that I disagree with. A fundamental level. Or is that Masochist? I think that's Masochist, actually. Well, no, maybe it is Bloodlust. It's something I don't take advantage of often, needless to say. Silent, did you have a shield belt? You did not. Okay, I don't really care then. Air Dog, would you be so kind as to do the grave? And, dump Silent in there. We're almost done removing all the badgers, and then I'll change the work priorities so that we rearm and repair. Ink was the one that stepped out. Yeah. I mean, she suffered a lot in this fight, so although I agree normally with you that she should be punished, she definitely got shredded for her stupidity. Oh, we have a lot of steel. Good. Because I was going to say, yeah, we're going to need a lot of metal to rearm, because that was a lot of munitions spent. Mad alpaca. So, the other thing is, we are definitely going to want to continue to enslave. We do not have the slave population that we would want. So that's another goal that Liara's soon to impose on everyone. So Mags recovered. Let's Stochastic is just about recovered. Needs a gun, though. And then Arum is recovered. So all the Scurry Rot stuff is done. A Robert lair for heal serum. Oh. 39 tribespeople? That sounds like a good slaughter. Count me in. No one's on a mental break anymore. The last scree infection is cleared. And now it's just a big old cleanup and repair bill. A lot of the turrets need some love. But with construction 2s, it'll happen. I just need to wait. And then most of the ones that had barrel durability issues have been rebarreled, so that's fine. It's just a repair queue. Yeah, it was nasty. That was a not fun fight, if I do say so myself. Oh, you know what? You don't need to dump random guard bodies. Just, yeah. All the badgers have been moved. That's enough. I think I am going to cancel the tree cut. I don't really see the need to cut more trees. We already have 800 wood. I mean, we could go for more, but there's more pressing matters, I would say. Always Air Dog. Unfortunately, Air Dog can't, like, counsel himself. Fire regeneration just got done. Nice. Next up, let's do Fire Foam. We don't really have much of a flammable ship, but it's never bad to have. Queue up herbal meds to cut? Yes, that would be smart. It's easy enough to buy herbal meds, I just haven't had a lot of opportunities. And Solus is on her way out, so she should we should get a little bit more. I wasn't really going to be able to leave until she was gone. So now that she's leaving, we can depart whenever. Hey, Ink, clean the kitchen, because my lord. And then let's do a forced spring cleaning for everyone. Because it's needlessly awful. Palace System for Tornal is done. I'm going to install it. Because by the time the wooziness is done, we can depart again. So that was inelegant. So if you're wondering what happened, the Area 1 included just like 10 tiles past where it should. And they zoned through it, and it was a big old mess. But, you know, what I kept the damage to a pretty good minimum, I would say. It could have been a lot worse. So, live and learn, or die and learn in Silent's case. You guys voted for me to decide the next place to go, and the robber lair sounds fun. I mean, 39 tribespeople, that sounds like a good place to find some slaves. So, updating the current priority, head to the robber lair for loot and slaves. To replace some of the, at least one of the slaves we lost. When we go there, what's going to be important is we have shock lances, and we already have a bunch of shock lances. Both Breakfire and Lara have shock lances equipped, so it's going to be pretty easy to just, like, nab us some slaves. We're literally flying in a 40k battle barge? Yes. Yes, we are. This isn't technically 40k, but it's very 40k inspired. I will not lie about that. I don't see what is going on with the butchery? I think Ink has just been busy with cleaning, I'd imagine. So, gonna fix that. Want to fill up our meat supply. So Skyra, you are working on getting the advanced components for the bionic eye. You did get a bionic leg. Stochastic could use a leg. Airdog could use a leg. Airdog's always pissy, so I don't think I want to give him a leg until, like, he's at least a little bit more reliable. So Stochastic, you get this leg. And one thing that you may have noticed is my reputation with my allies back up to 174 because of the tending them. It's a bit of an exploit, like calling in friendlies and then rescuing them, because it's like, yeah, they got injured because of me, but yeah, Liara's not one to care about exploiting exploits, so absolutely I'll take advantage of getting them in a position where they die real easy, and then taking credit for them not letting them die. Alright, the ship is clean. And I'm going to accept the robber. And it's been a camp over here, which I don't recall whether I could land on it directly or not, but if I can, I will, because I wouldn't mind just using my kill box to shred them. I could also aerodrone salvo them with Liara's permits. That's another possibility. So I'm not going to leave until Stochastic is fully recovered from his anesthesia. And then I wouldn't mind stocking up a little bit more on steel before we depart, so that we have plenty of turret reloading material for barrel durability. I was very happy that I had installed internal turrets in that fight, because the internal turrets pulled their weight. They were definitely helpful in clearing out some of the Badgers. So it was good to see that working. I might even commit to another 2. Oh, is this... Oh, that's further. It's a real gunboat now. There we go. That looks like a slightly healthier amount of meat. And I think... I don't know what the others were doing, but... Don't worry, Stochastic. You have a bionic leg. You'll dodge. He's like, I don't want to! Too bad. There we go. So that should top up our food. The Muffalo. Maybe I'll actually go for the Mega Sloth as well. I bet just Tornal and Breakfire can manage like a Mega Sloth, even at night, because both of them have incendiary weapons now. So like, how can the Sloth even fight us when it's constantly being set on fire every volley? Case in point, it can't. Incendiary around fast-firing, burst-fire weapons are just absurd like that. I love it. Ooh, birthday. Every birthday we've had so far has sucked. I'm really curious if this next birthday is going to be better. We will have a relic present, though. So, Liara's having a birthday. We might want to consider age reversal for her at some point. Or rather, she's going to demand it. I think that might be a better way to put it, as like a wild decree. Because she's getting up there in the years. She's 58. And it is definitely on brand for her demand to be looking young. If we wanted to do that, there's actually a perfect spot for it, interestingly. So I'm going to fill this in with tiles, and this can be a private biosculptor for Liara. And then this side can be like a prison, because we don't actually have a prison. Black Eye is done. And Skyra, you're going to get that. I don't also have a hospital yet. I should probably get one of those. I was waiting until we didn't have chem gens that I needed to, like... Oh, that's not the right meds. So that's on the list of things to do as well. Alright, she's got the eye. Come on. I'm trying to make room for a door. Gargantuan structure. Wow, that is gargantuan. The rewards are absolutely horrible for a... Holy moly, that thing is huge. 36 by 19? Yeah, like, bite me. Forget that. A shoot frenzy for my slave. Yay! Said nobody ever. That's ridiculous. Alright, so now that area is pathable. And we'll tile it up. And she can start to do age reversal cycles in there. So that we take years off her life. Neat use for the silver? Yeah, I thought so. As far as prisons go, it's a little inconvenient to have to step over the telescope. But... So I could even move the chemgens in there and treat this as a proper hospital. We could only fit one chemgen in there, but it's like, we're only using one at the moment. So that's like food for thought. Alright, our meat looks good. I'll do a little bit... Actually, it looks really good. I don't really need to worry about meat. The only problem with this being a prison is this is a vacuum room. It won't have vacuum pressure, and I would not want a prison connected to the ideology room. So, you know, I would not be considering this is a poor spot for a prison, in other words. This will not have diagonal issues. It could. Things aren't supposed to be targeted through the walls. It's more fires that are the worry now. So it could have some fire issues, but I don't think the Biosculptor pod is flammable, so I don't think it will ultimately be a problem. Prison in the middle of Killbox. Alright, nutrition for this is going to be raw meat. No, did you just put... You just put fine meals in there. She's gonna swim in a pool of fine meals. Yeah, that makes sense. Air Dog, can you... I'm gonna, like, literally inject your brain with, like... joy if you keep being as pissy as you are. So, before we depart this spot, Skyra has 6 hours before anesthesia wears off, so tomorrow morning is a good time to do the raid. So let's have a birthday party tonight. And the purple expands. Ooh, question. Okay. I was wondering if the enshrined relic that is a blade would encourage... Frickin' why? Sorry, excuse me for the yelling, but what the hell? How about a throne speech? This is just a pattern of horrible... Her social is 17. I cannot, for the life of me, get a good birthday party. It was a 96%. 96%! Game, screw you. Well, there we go. We have an encouraging throne speech. I'm not going to bother with the leader speech. But, like, for real. It's ridiculous. Stop jerking me around, game. Alright. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to high priority haul the rest of the steel into the boat. And then we'll go and mess with the tribals. The rubber layer tribals. Yeah, how dare they not have fun? She specifically requested everyone to have fun, and they didn't. Some people gonna die. What are you oh, okay. You're hauling random weapons? Please don't. In fact, don't even haul the meals. I don't care. Get the steel. So in terms of injuries, none, an eye, which needs to be fixed. I missed that. That was another badger injury. Freaking badgers. None. A torso scar, which would need to be sculpted or heal serumed, but I don't think we're going to spend heal serum on them, and none. Slaves don't matter. I don't care about the injury on the slaves. So, steel's in. I think we're good to launch. Small thrusters reading 2 of 4. Why? Because this became roofed when we did the expansion. Okay, we'll fix that, and then we'll go. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Odyssey, the Pilgrim ship, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow pilgrims.